early identification so that early intervention can happen, but there are some common red flags which can be identified at early stages and it can be intervened. Definitely there are few behaviors which can be watched out and can be triggered points for the autism spectrum. Hello everyone, this is Kirti, Head of Psychology Department at Daffodils CDC, Hyderabad. See, today we'll be seeing about a typical autism spectrum disorder. So in other videos, we have seen what is ASD and what could be the causative factors for ASD. So what is this ASD? As you all know, it is a neurodevelopment disorder. So ASD is called Autism Spectrum Disorder. So why it is called spectrum? Because it is being manifested with a wide range of ways and with varying degree of severity. So that is why we put it into a spectrum. So the range would be from mild to severe, or in other terms level 1, level 2, level 3. So how do we know whether the child is having the symptoms of ASD and how can we early identify those? There will be always a signs and symptoms for that. So today in this video, we will be seeing early signs in infants and toddlers. Again, please note it that the signs would be varying in every child, but there are some common red flags which can be identified at early stages and it can be intervened. So typically the ASD can be diagnosed at the age of 2 to 3, but definitely there will be a red flags which can be noticed from the child 6 months of age. So let us divide today the common red flags into 4 major domains. Why these 4 major domains? Because ASD is usually impacting the 4 areas. First area is the communication, second area is the behavior, third area is the sensory processing, and fourth area is the social interaction. All these 4 areas the children will be having difficulties. So let's divide in each area and see what are the common red flags. So first let's go with the social interactions. So first foremost difficulty which we see is children, you'll be facing a difficulty in responding to their own name. And the second major is they'll be having a limited eye contact. They don't maintain eye contact with the people. And the third one is they'll be having a lack of shared emotions. They don't respond to the social smiles, that is to the caregivers or to any people. They don't tend to notice their emotions and don't tend to show interest in them. These are some major red flags which you show or see in the social interaction domain. And next major domain would be the communication domain. In this domain, the foremost thing which the parents also will easily notice is delayed language development. That is, they will not have an age appropriate language. They won't understand the language, and also the expression of their language is also very much delayed. And second thing in the communication is child doesn't even do a gestures like waving hand or pointing towards the objects. This is another major red flag which you will be noticing in the children. And the third most important in the communication is child will not be having any kind of a facial expressions, or they don't understand the body language, or they don't use their body language to communicate. These are the 3 major common red flags which you see in the communication domain. And next comes the behavior. Definitely there are few behaviors which can be watched out and can be triggered points for the autism spectrum. So one major behavior such as child would be engaging in the repetitive behaviors, such as child may do the hand flapping, or they may do tip-top walking, or the toe walking, or they might be finger fidgeting, in the sense they might be wiggling their hands in front of the eyes or keep on waving their hands in the opposite way. So such kind of repetitive behaviors can be seen. And the next major is they'll be having an insistence on the sameness. That means that if they're playing some blocks, or they're playing with some cars, or they're playing with some alphabets or numbers, they'll be having a sameness in their play. If you keenly observe, for example, if they are playing with ABC pegboard, ABC, they prefer to put it in A, B, C in the same way which they are tuned into. If you randomly try to put them, or if you randomly try to make them play, they will not accept. They might throw a tantrumatic behavior. And also, if we keenly observe, they will be having an intense focus on specific objects or toys. That could be, again, that specific interest could be on the colors, could be on numbers, could be on alphabets, could be on this varied animals like dinosaurs. So you can see the intense focus on the specific objects or the toys. These are a different red flags which you can notice in the behaviors. And the last and very important is the sensory information. So they will be having issues in the sensory information also. So what will happen is they might be over stimuli to the lights, sounds, textures, different kind of sensory. They get overexcited. One thing, or they would be too much understimulated that they don't even tend to touch the textures, or they just get meltdowns during the heavy lights or the sounds, and they can't control their emotions during that time. These would be different red flags in all the domains, or I could say the common red flags which you can notice. Again, please note that if the child is having few of these red flags, that doesn't mean the child is coming onto the autism spectrum disorder. Definitely, I would recommend to get child to be checked up with the professionals such as a clinical psychologist or the speech pathologist or the occupational therapist. These three experts will only able to tell the child either falling into the autism spectrum disorder or not. With the identification, definitely it is always better to help out as soon as, that is, do a early identification so that early intervention can happen, because early intervention will always lead to the better outcomes in the children. So hope you do like this video and you understood the common red flags. Please do share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.